Have you ever noticed how we are surrounded by content at all times, yet it still seems increasingly difficult to find clarity and focus? This cycle of constant consumption may seem harmless, but it is leaving us stuck in patterns of procrastination and self-sabotage. The question that few ask is, does the problem lie in excess information or in the hidden beliefs that shape the way we interact with it? These limiting beliefs are invisible but powerful, influencing our choices and determining our outcomes. In this video, you will learn to identify these negative patterns and discover how to reprogram your mind using neuroscience and practical psychology. If you want to build a growth mindset and overcome self-sabotage, this is the right place. Let's get started. We live in the information age where everything we need is just a click away. It looks incredible, doesn't it? However, this unlimited access comes at a price: excess. Never before have we been bombarded with so many stimuli at the same time, and paradoxically, this leaves us more paralyzed than empowered. The problem is that instead of consuming content strategically, many people find themselves trapped in an endless cycle of searching for more. More videos, more articles, more tips. But nothing really changes. This overload not only steals our time and energy, but also weakens our self-confidence. After all, if we are always looking for answers, it is as if we are never prepared enough to act. Now, imagine the impact of this on your life. Days pass, months pass, and you still feel like you're not moving forward. Behind this behavior is something deeper. Deep-rooted limiting beliefs that you may not even know exist. It is these beliefs that determine how you interact with information, creating unconscious patterns that keep you stuck in self-sabotage. But identifying these beliefs is the first step to breaking this cycle. In the next chapter, we'll explore how they work and how they directly affect your behavior and results. Limiting beliefs are like invisible programming that control our choices without us realizing it. They are formed throughout life, based on experiences, external influences, and even misinterpretations of past situations. For example, if you have ever failed when trying something new, you may have internalized the idea that you are not good enough, or that there is no point in trying because you will fail again. These beliefs are not just thoughts, but filters that shape the way we see the world and react to it. In the context of information consumption, they create patterns that reinforce self-sabotage. For example, you may feel like you need to know everything before starting a project, leading to overconsumption and paralysis. Or perhaps you believe that you will never be able to master a subject, so you don't even try to apply what you learn. A common pattern is procrastination masked by learning. You convince yourself that you are preparing yourself better by watching more videos or reading more articles, but in reality, you are just delaying action. This behavior creates a cycle of frustration where you never feel like you are enough. Understanding these patterns is essential to start combating them. In the next chapter, we'll explore practical solutions for identifying these beliefs and reprogramming your mind, using neuroscience and psychology as powerful tools to break these cycles and build a growth mindset. Breaking the cycle of limiting beliefs and negative patterns requires a conscious and practical approach. The first step is identifying these beliefs, and this begins with self-observation. Whenever you notice a negative thought, ask yourself, where does this come from? Is this true or just a distorted perception? Question these thoughts with curiosity, not judgment. A powerful technique is to write down the thoughts that arise when you feel like you are procrastinating or over-consuming content. By putting these ideas on paper, you gain clarity and can identify recurring patterns. For example, if you notice that you often think, "I need to know more before I act," recognize this as a limiting belief and replace it with something like, "I already have enough to get started." Neuroscience shows us that the brain is highly plastic. That is, it can be shaped over time. To create new patterns, you need to reinforce positive neural connections. This is done through intentional repetition of new behaviors. For example, instead of consuming content passively, adopt the habit of immediately putting into practice what you learn, even if in small steps. Each action creates new neural pathways that over time become stronger. Additionally, adopting a growth mindset is crucial. This means seeing challenges as learning opportunities, not barriers. Whenever something seems difficult, remember, I'm still learning. This type of mindset changes the way you deal with mistakes, turning them into stepping stones to success. The key to transformation is consistency. Small changes, made continuously, create big impacts over time. In the next chapter, we will visualize how your life can be transformed by adopting these practices and overcoming self-sabotage. Now, imagine a future where you are no longer stuck in negative patterns, but driven by conscious choices and a growth mindset. Every step you take is driven by clarity and self-confidence, because you've learned to silence those inner voices that say, you can't do it, or you don't know enough. By applying the practices we've discussed, you gain control over your mind and actions. This not only improves your productivity but also unlocks your potential to achieve bigger goals. Self-sabotage gives way to a stronger, more determined version of yourself. Overcoming limiting beliefs starts with recognizing the negative patterns that shape your choices. Identify these thoughts, reinforce positive behaviors, and adopt a growth mindset. You have the tools to transform your mind and your life. If this content inspired you, subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who needs to hear this.